We're giving away shit today as well, aren't we?
We are, yes.
$500 voucher.
Yep.
What are the most important takeaways in regards to PGR, and what is the application rate of Astro 120? I'm too dumb to work it out. See, now if you ask that question in a forum, they'd say, read the label, man.
You should be using it.
Yeah, but we'll answer the question.
we'll answer
That's what
the
we're here
question.
for.
That's fine.
I got invited.
But if I didn't invite you, I would have heard about it for the rest of the...
Well, you might have never heard from me ever again.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. You can use that clip. That'll really fuck some people up.
Yeah, great. I can't wait to look at those comments.
Gee, I have a lot of bindi. What product of yours would you recommend in Kikuyu?
Santa Ana's the goat.
I can't comment.
38. David Gallagher from the Crows. That's a running theme. We've had to start. Not sure where Clint is. Is he still eating? No, I don't think he's still eating. I think he's finished eating. How was everyone today on this beautiful, windy, wet, cold, and it's not actually beautiful at all, Friday. We've had lightning and thunderstorms last night here in Adelaide. Parts of SA had about 30 mil last night. I know I had about 20 at my place. And those of you in the Lawnhub Legends page, is that what it's called, Dylan? There he is. He's getting changed.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
I have to find appropriate clothing. Is this appropriate?
Yeah.
It's spring.
Yeah, it's spring. Spring has sprung.
Spring into spring. Spring has sprung. Has anyone in the marketing department thought to use that?
I think...
Oh, we got lizard rags and everything. We're all good to go.
Mate,
What's happening in this podcast?
Lots. Just talking about the weather event last night.
Left hand, right hand. Right hand's the R. What happened in the weather?
The road was getting lit up by lightning.
I definitely need Huh? Is that right?
It's getting better.
Dylan was meant to buy me some headphones, but then I think it became my responsibility, and then I didn't do it.
We should say yes or no if you want that. That's all we have to do. That's pretty much.
That's too small for my fat head.
All right, do you want this one then? I grabbed this from the floor. It's yours.
You found it on the floor?
Yeah, it's yours. I'll wear that one.
Here's a floor hat.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we're all good.
That's all right. We're good.
There we go.
Done.
All right. Is anyone watching?
Millions.
Millions of atoms.
Yes.
All right. Feel a bit of extra pressure. We've got a
Yes.
extra guest in the podcast studio today.
Yes. It's like someone's watching, even though...
He's getting paid to watch.
Yeah. That's why we hired him.
To get one more audience
One
member.
more.
I hope Izzy goes and leaves a 5-star review somewhere.
We probably haven't touched on that in a while. You should give us a 5-star review because of the quality bants and the logical information.
We'll pay for reviews. We're giving away shit today as well, aren't we?
We are, yes.
$500 voucher.
Yep. I'm still waiting for the guy from the first week to respond to me.
Why do you need him to respond?
So the email address is current and valid.
Just to make sure that it's no scamolas.
Yes. So the first one I gave out, he replied yesterday.
Okay.
Gave it out. So
And we're getting giving away a mower next time.
yes,
All right.
robot.
I just
R2D2 mower.
I just told the girls that they're not having their office now.
How'd that go?
Didn't go down well.
No.
No, they're having an extraordinary out of session meeting to discuss it. So
No, they can just stay here.
I did say that.
We'll go down. No, I would like them at. Direct.
No, I said downstairs. So that's on the
Oh, you're
cards.
downstairs. Yeah.
So yeah,
Business.
my soundboard's got delay. What's going on? This was meant to be a yellow one too, so I'm getting money back from the old.
A lift.
Yeah, it was meant to be Sprite yellow. Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, lift is discontinued now, isn't it?
I don't know. They obviously worked out that it was killing kids or something.
Whoa.
Who went there?
Wowzers.
Uber
Why
Eats.
TikTok so early?
Yeah.
That's
Matt just talked about how he wanted someone's kids to die. I think
He did.
Brandon got really upset about it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I was like, Brando, this is not something to get upset about. What? My microphone's not perpendicular to my chest. Can we make that way?
Mine's like on the side, so like
You're like a
yeah, like it's my birthday type. That Simpsons episode.
Okay, Jesse on TikTok, C3 AMG twin turbo. Did you ask a question about cars at the start, or
I don't believe I did.
I think Jesse on TikTok might be a bot. Anyway, we've got some questions. I just wanted to try and report my Uber Eats drink being incorrect before we got into the podcast because they'll give it to me for free. They might get the whole meal. Can't believe they still let me use this. What did I order?
Well, you probably the money you do spend versus the chargebacks
True.
you asked for are probably.
It was meant to be Sprite Lemon. That's not Sprite Lemon.
No, that's Sprite Lemonade.
Money coming back.
Lemonade.
So Lawnhub Live at lunch is now live. Yeah, I know I'm a bit out of uniform. I don't want to wear that orange thing while it's hot. So
Especially humidity at the moment is
yeah.
really.
Well, it's
really,
not. I mean, it's not as hot as it was yesterday.
No.
But. So first comment of the podcast, Nathan Skaysbrook on Facebook. It's my man Pity and the Schnitty. What are you, the Schnitty?
Must be. Yeah.
Have you seen the memes that he's made of us?
Yeah.
Of like, you as Piglet?
Piglet, yeah.
So if anyone's wondering what I'm talking about, Nathan Skaysbrook, I think alongside Pittman made Lawnhub Legends, which was originally called Lawnhub something and Dylan.
Yeah.
But he's been, I guess, unceremoniously removed from it. Might quickly grab a photo of this setup. No one's going to believe that there's 3 people working on this podcast now. Jeez. Kira's like, I'm busy, stop it. Christian Ritchie on Facebook, afternoon gents, back from Bali.
Beautiful.
Is Bali still a thing? I thought Japan was now the new Bali. No?
Phuket was the new Bali, maybe.
Yep, okay. Paul Stevens on YouTube. Hi, boys. Hope you're well from wet New South fucking Wales. Whales. Mudgy, hi, guys. Going to enjoy kicking back listening to you guys instead of working like I should be. I don't know if you should be doing that. He actually didn't say that. He just said listening to you guys for the next few hours. Skaysbrook. Oh, well, there, Obi-Wan voice. Well, hello there, Obi-Wan voice.
Hello there.
Okay, have I got that?
I'm legally blind, I can see
No, that's not it.
barely.
Start sending out signed floor hats in random orders. It's like opportunity food, the food that you find on the floor. Venjum, thanks for your help. Just installed MP rotators. Is it best to water in one session or spread it over 2 days? Probably 2 days. Your MP rotators are going to put out about 10 or 11 mil an hour. You probably want 25 mil a week. I don't know if you're establishing or not. So yeah, if you could do, especially with Kikuyu, it doesn't really matter. You could just piss on it and it would grow. But I would say, yeah, 2 1-hour waterings a week, maybe 2 1.25. But it also depends on the slope and the soil type. I'm finding with my Tiff Tough in my backyard, if I water with my R-Vans for longer than, say, 20 minutes, it's real slushy and it's like the water. I'm starting to discover there's a massive difference between my soil profile in my front yard and my backyard. So I can water my front yard for an hour and it's not wet. I water my backyard for 20 minutes and you're bringing mud in the house.
Yeah.
So yeah, just adjust to suit based on the things I just said. Jaden Russell on YouTube. Hello all, going to get in early with the questions. Good idea.
Great.
What are the most important takeaways in regards to PGR and what is the application rate of Astro 120? I'm too dumb to work it out. See, now if you ask that question in a forum, they'd say, read the label, man.
You should be using it.
Yeah, but we'll answer the question.
we'll
for you.
answer
That's
the
what we're here for.
question.
Why is there tissues on the camera? What were you doing before this? There's tissues on this camera. So it wasn't one of your films. Is he from the same industry? Okay, cool. I think he might have just worked it out.
So what, the fundamentals of PGR. So I suppose that's
Most important takeaways, but yeah.
Yeah.
You can use fundamentals if
Yeah.
that's a word
No,
you just happen to steal.
No. That's right. That is what he.
That's not
asked.
Gula language.
No, that's not. That's more so towards the city language.
Inner East.
So I suppose the key takeaways from PGR is, I suppose, what it does. So it reduces the production of gibberellic acid in the plant, and instead of sending that energy upwards, it sends it towards the root zone. Essentially, like, it's not going to creep into bare areas, but it's going to send the energy lateral ways as well. So, it's going to go, the energy is going to go that way and then down into the soil. The application rate is very diverse in the sense of the amount you need and the situation. So usually if someone comes into the shop or someone asks online, we just use the fairway rate, being like a normal lawn. So I think for Astro or Primo or anything with Trinexapac in it. It's about, for Cooch, it's about 6 to 12 mil per 100 square metres. Bent, it's different. Kaiku, it's 20 to 46, I think. Key takeaways is the first time you use it, whether that's for the season or ever, is to start at the lower rate. So start at the lower number and try and mix it with an iron product like Money Shot. Essentially what that's going to do is it's going to hopefully prevent the change of colour that you're going to get the first time you apply it, either ever or for the season. Keep in mind that it will bounce back. It's just a bit of a shock to the system. And then there's a great tool on the Syngenta website called the GDD calculator, which is the growing degree day calculator. It's very intense, but if you follow the prompts, it's actually simple in the sense that it will send you an email when you need to reapply, because the best thing to do when using PGR is to ensure that you are keeping on top of it. You're not letting it come out of regulation, because if it comes out of regulation, there's a high possibility that you're going to get a surge growth. So you'll come home and your lawn will look mint, and then you'll come home from work and it's really like all that energy is just let go, and it's send it upwards. So essentially you'd be starting again, you'd be cutting it down, waiting for it to recover, then using PGR. So making sure that it doesn't come out of regulation. And by using the GDD calculator on the Syngenta website, it will send you alerts like, hey, you're at 50%, hey, you're at 75%. You can somewhat do it yourself, but it works on your local area, your local temperature, and it's really important because that's how it wears off. It wears off weather-based, not time-based. So if you're having a really hot spell, it's going to wear off a lot quicker than it is in cooler environments. And I suppose the last thing is you want to only apply it to a healthy lawn that is fully established and fully recovered from anything like a renovation or anything like that. And definitely need to make sure of that, because otherwise you're just going to delay and stress out the plant a lot more. So very good stuff. I love it. You can tell within 24 hours after a lawn's been regulated.
Fun fact, I've never used it.
Never.
Ever. Max might have, but I don't think so. Not at my house.
When you did the rye overseed, did you?
He might have put it on the
regulate-
TIFF before he did that. Can you turn my audio in my headphones down 10%, please?
I reckon once you get that fescue humming next autumn, we should regulate it. I reckon.
The fescue did you turn it up? Can you do it the other way? La 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 la. Yep, cool. That's good.
You did, but I didn't say anything. It's all right.
Is that good for everyone?
That's much better, thank you. Is the wick on IG? My lawn is doing a George Floyd. Better to aerate or core? Yeah, I don't know where to go
Like
with
it's
that one.
struggling to breathe.
His lawn took a bunch of crack cocaine and got core.
Yeah,
I mean, too soon.
Core aerating, same principle, same thing.
Probably don't turn that into a clip.
Yeah.
I'm legally blind, I can see.
Yeah, 100%. Like I think I talk about it a lot. I love coring. I think it's the best thing you can do for your lawn in terms of using machinery. You can do it 365 days a year. You can do it frequently. Yeah.
You would be one of those weird people that core it every day.
Oh, if I had a core, if I had a core, and I was actually thinking about this during the week. I have a few spots that I'm still trying to get to recover for golf day next week. I was going to go and get like a really long and not massive diameter drill bit, and I was just going to.
We never organised the golf day charity thing.
Nah, me and Matt were talking about it in the car. It's this year. There's been so much go on in terms of some people not being able to come, and like obviously with the black dog, it's just I think it's just going to be a day that the people who come are going to really enjoy themselves, and the people that don't come are going to really miss it.
And they can get fucked.
Well, not in that sense.
Because I'm not coming, so I can get fucked.
I know you're not coming. It's fine. But
I got invited.
But if I didn't invite you, I would have heard about it for the rest of the.
Well, you might have never heard from me ever again.
Yeah, that's right. So it's really important.
When is it? The 25th?
Next Saturday. And those of you in Lawnhub Legends, that's a great little page.
It's pure. You wait, it'll get fucked up.
And it's always going to be unmoderated.
When is it? The 25th?
26th.
That's a Friday.
Yeah. Next Saturday.
Yeah. This is real handy. I'm at Morphett Vale at 8 a.m. and the showgrounds at 10 a.m. and then Celeste softball at 1:45. I could do an afternoon.
Yeah, it would be kicking well along by then.
Like we'd get there at 12 or 1. I'd also have 3 kids with me
That's fine. They can play.
and a chauffeur
Yep, they can play.
because I'm not going to drive if I'm getting on it. Did you finish answering your question before I interrupted you?
Yeah, coring. Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. It's a good group. I actually released a tip in there this morning.
Just a tip?
Did you see all that? Did you see the tip that I released in there?
Oh, the money shot tip. I saw it.
Yeah. So
Dylan's like, I was busy working. Sorry.
yeah. So if you want to see it, get in Lawnhub Legends and see the tip. Especially for you guys on the East Coast, you're gonna love it. Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Where's the email from you? What email address did you send it to, Dill? Hasn't come through. So there's a heap of questions. I had a comment on our YouTube that said the podcast is too long. Can you make it shorter? The answer is no. 2 hours is about all we can do. We could probably make it longer. But Dylan and Kira have got some fucking enterprise bargaining agreement bullshit where they have to go home at 4:15 or something. So, but I reckon Izzy's the man. I think he'll stay back. Yeah, cool. So maybe we'll make it longer, but we won't be making it shorter. We'll try to keep it lighthearted and fun, but still educational. So, I guess there's been podcasts where we finished early because we've had nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean,
Listen to it over 2. I could finish swallowing my spit before I talk. Listen to it over 2 sessions.
Yeah, well, my mate listens to them on the way to work. I think it takes him a week to get through. It's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. How's his mental health?
great.
That's good.
Yeah.
But I think
probably not from the place that he works.
Listening to us. Does he sell bread?
He sells bread.
Does he sell milk?
He sells milk. Yeah.
Does he sell cold meats?
He sells cold meats.
I reckon I know where he works. Is he looking for a job?
Well, I
We've tried it.
I rang him one day and he just had an absolute of a day. And he's like, "Don't, Adam, just don't. I know what you're gonna say."
This is the rumor. That's how the rumor gets started.
Yeah.
That Adam's coming in here.
Yeah.
The Lawnhub is starting a supermarket. All right. Back to the start. No, we've read all those. It's the wick on IG. Just got my delivery. Keen to pump the shit out of my lawn.
Yeah.
I hope you're referring to the application of fertilizer and mowing and not coring manually. Broads MCG on IG. Oi lads, if I give you 10 Lawnhub 5 kilo buckets back, can I get a top up on one? No. Do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah. No, sorry. It has been discussed, but it's not. Yeah, no.
I spoke to a competitor effectively who refuels buckets, and I was like, surely that can't be sustainable and financial. And I think at a certain size it can be. I'm really not enjoying wearing these headphones today. I think when the business is at a certain size, it's okay, but we're too big. And that sounds like a real cock's head thing to say, but
I'd tell you what, if we had a spare machine that could do it, maybe. But the machine right now cannot stop producing when there's stuff on it.
no. And you could only get it done here.
Yeah.
And then there's the logistics of so do Water Pro sell it? Or is there like a little fucking till at the back of Lawnhub? It's just too complicated. So we'd love to be more... Actually, no, that's not true. I was going to say we'd love to be more sustainable. I don't really think about it. It would be cool if we could, but we can't. I would suggest you save those buckets up so that when we have a bucket competition, which we'll have to do, we should do that once a year.
Yeah. Well, Josie messaged me during the week asking for Lawn of the Week and the weekly cut. Is it going to come back? It will come back. It will come back once everyone's...
Once yours is ready.
No, I don't give a fuck.
My front lawn's ready.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
Well, I think if you get we need to get the Whiz. Can someone write that down? Whiz.
Oh, surely. You know what? I reckon Skaze is ready to start doing side quests.
Yeah.
We're just going to get Skazebrook a fucking Amex.
Yeah.
And then just going to go, bro, just start, whatever we say, and it just rock up.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was saying.
Yeah, you were saying get the Whiz because we're going to have Lawn of the Week.
Lawn of the Week, yeah. So once everyone's recovered from the renos and stuff and leading up to Christmas, yeah, we'll get it back 100%. We got merch on the way after a recent stock take found that there was a shirt gate.
I don't understand.
Bruh. So yeah, that'll be part of it. And sort of Lawnhub merch bucket idea sort of thing as a prize.
That's a good idea. That's an original idea.
That's a great idea.
Did you come up with that yourself?
I'm not sure that I did.
I think
just
that was your
heard it.
idea.
Yeah, I think I heard it from someone.
It's fucking TikTok's a shithole, isn't it?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, that's right. The person that had a go at us in the comments for not being sustainable for using black plastic, our carbon footprint on the planet is would be next to, it'd be closer to 0.000 than 1%.
Are we able to use the lawn growth from the fertilizer sales that we make in the calculation of carbon neutrality?
It's true.
Because if we can, we've got lots of little plants.
Yeah.
Just putting that, it's filtering out that carbon.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can recycle our stuff if you do it properly. You just have to work for it. That's all.
Yeah, which no one wants to.
Yeah,
Keyboard
so-
warriors. Who said that?
Someone in the comments.
Was it on TikTok?
Facebook.
TikTok's just Russian bots, right? Oh, no, I said it. Now Dylan's going to make it into a clip and there's going to be more people thinking I'm serious.
Oh, like with the fucking hurricanes. My God.
I haven't read any of the comments. Did you make a segment out of that? Where were the best comments? Instagram?
Instagram, yeah.
Yep.
Well, Riley's got the login now. He's probably going, what? How do I reply to
The
this?
videos were... I did see that. I'm sure there's evidence of it. It was in like 1970. But anyway.
Anything that anyone says ever is probably got something behind it that has been tried.
Carl Cliff on IG. How quick is too quick to mow after a reno? An hour.
Yeah, now when there's no lawn. As soon as you start seeing green shoots,
If there's grass on the wicket, you can mow it.
let's play cricket.
You just want to be careful that you're not mowing sand
Yeah.
from a mower maintenance standpoint. If you've top dressed it, then yeah, you want to just make sure that you're mowing without mowing sand, which I do a little bit. What mower are we going to have at Direct? Can we change that suburb's name?
Let's do a petition.
Call it Wet Creek or something?
WC.
Actually, our landlord owns enough of it. I'm sure he could probably, get it changed.
Yeah. Well, we've got 4 mowers in the container.
Yeah, like I don't want to use the unicorn out there.
No. I'm thinking.
What else have we got?
We've got 2 Massports out.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2 Massports.
That's so
and
funny.
the 14-inch Scotty. And
That one,
Yeah. Oh,
too small. But then bullets,
Yeah.
because are we gonna? I was thinking this morning, should we?
You're going to do a rye overseed?
I was
Fucking
thinking
oath
of
we are.
fescue overseas.
Oh, yeah, we can do a fescue overseed. Yeah. But you know what? Because fescue could work out there because we just water it. Who gives a fuck? It's just water. Yeah.
Have water every day.
All right, so we'll do a fescue overseed going into autumn.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll go there. There's some shit growing in there that I reckon if you smoked it, you'd get high. I don't know what the fuck those weeds are, but
Paddock weeds, yeah.
they're bad.
Yeah, so, okay, so all right.
So we'll go there. We move in on Friday next week.
Yeah, so I'll order 12 ton of sand. And
Friday next week, Jonesy will be doing the podcast on his own. And we have a very special guest, which I'm pretty sure we're allowed to share.
very special guest.
Is that? No, that's not Friday next week. It's Friday the week after.
Week after.
So Friday next week, you're stuck with me. But Friday the week after, we will have a guest by the name of Nathan Bennett, who is the course superintendent at the Royal Adelaide Golf Club. Club. I always get that wrong.
Yeah, so do I.
So he'll be live on Friday with Jonesy. Because we're moving into the new warehouse, I'll have some shit happening that day. But Nath was available then, and I thought it would be cool for me to stay out of it because when the podcast needs to go down intelligent lane, I generally pull up the handbrake and fucking do a sideways motion into stupidity avenue. And so Jonesy's going to do that one on his own, and I might just heckle them from the side in the
comments.
internet.
And I think for those of you who don't know, Royal Adelaide is number 4 in Australia.
Not sure.
5 in
It's
Australia?
definitely above 6.
Yeah.
As in 6 or above. Yeah.
It's phenomenal. I've already, because I thought Clint was going to be in it, and when he said he wasn't, I've already started thinking about
See
questions.
the difference,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like if I was there, it'd be shit. There'd be people like, can you just let him talk? Like he's really smart. He's got a lot of experience. There's questions we want answered, and you won't shut the fuck up. Whereas you can sit here, Kira can punch you through like educational questions and ignore the stupid ones. Or maybe not. We can have some stupid ones.
I'm sure he'll be for it.
Yeah, if you could do a podcast like you did with Tim, with Nath, but live, I think it would be really good. And I'm hoping to be able to announce another special guest who takes care of a very, very well-respected oval hopefully we can do something in November. We'll start stringing some guests together.
And we'll be a real podcast.
Well, with guests.
With guests.
And a studio.
Yeah.
If we don't have a fucking admin walkout, we'll be okay. There was some questions on TikTok that seemed real serious. Where is it? Tissues. Pre-live stream? That's from Venjum. Mike Ox Small on TikTok. Mike Ox Small. No one?
Can you bless me with something, money-wise?
He doesn't have headphones, so he can't hear the hilarity of my soundboard. Can we get 3 sets of headphones, or it doesn't work? So you just have to tell him when to laugh. Okay, cool. Like, just have a signal. Laugh, laugh, laugh. All right. My cock small on TikTok. My dogs are ripping up the grass. How can I get it to grow back? It's dirt now. Can you answer my question, please?
I'm assuming they were in capitals. Bye, Celeste.
There's another one on TikTok that says, I filled out your online form and have not heard back from anyone. Right, okay. I'm sorry. Anyway, answer
Mike today, because it wouldn't have been answered
answer
today.
Mike Ox Small's question first. My dogs are ripping up my grass. How can I get it to grow back? It's dirt now.
So obviously you want to try and keep the dog off the area if possible. Which
Dogs,
is
there's more than one.
which is probably not achievable.
Impractical?
So the only thing really is something like the Lawn Builder Pack, which comes with Trojan, BBW, and Roots and Shoots, and regular mowing and water. Trying to keep them off those areas. Use it as per the application calendar. Other than that, there's not really much you can do.
Yeah,
especially with
I mean, the
dogs.
ultimate solution to dogs on lawn is don't let the dogs on the lawn. But the commercial reality, it's not a commercial reality. The residential reality is that your dogs are part of your family in most cases. And you wouldn't say, like, how my kids use the bathroom, how do I stop them from making a mess, right? Or just don't let them use the bathroom. There's a practicality that they have to. So train them to do things off the lawn if you can. Obviously, water in any dog piss as it occurs. Or obviously, if they're going nuts on the lawn because they're not being walked or trained or whatever, that can be a thing. I'm not suggesting you're a bad dog owner. But yeah, we've got a treadmill for our dog, so I can, yep, that's right. I'm that guy. So we'll run him on the treadmill for 10 minutes in the morning, and then he's kind of like sleeping for the rest of the day. So there's a bunch of different things there. But if the lawn's completely dead, you might need to replace it. But if it's like a cooch or a kikuyu or something similar, then it should grow back with some water, some sun, and some fertilizer and some aeration. Important also to remember that if the lawn died or was killed or removed or damaged during winter, then it wasn't going to regenerate. Now we're moving into that period where you can actually start to grow it back a lot more successfully. So you might find that what wasn't working a month or two ago might work now.
Well done, Clint. I'm proud.
You like that one?
I did.
Where are we? Hi, guys. It's Ryan Willows on IG. I have a buffalo turf in my backyard. It was a rental before I took it back after the pandemic. My tenant, unfortunately, brought some rye seed from Bunnings. Oh, no. And spread it in areas where her dog dug. She was trying to do the right thing. What is a good quality product to kill ryegrass but keep my buffalo?
Duke herbicide. That will absolutely smoke the
And it's only
ryegrass.
$200. It's not that much. $170?
It's $220 plus GST.
$200
Well,
plus
200
GST plus GST.
Yeah, so $225. Yeah. And
But it kills everything.
It
Well,
kills majority of broadleaf weed, or all broadleaf weeds.
if it was a
suppresses winter
computer
grass.
character, it would be God mode. It's a good product.
It is a very good product, yes. But unfortunately, everything that's grey is
Expensive.
Comes with the tag, unfortunately.
Yeah, or you have to wait for the patent to run out.
Yes, which is coming up soon.
Then the
for
chemical
old-
manufacturers will make the weed stronger. They don't do that. Andy Chef on Facebook. Hey guys, Roots and Shoots. Can I apply every 30 days all year round? Plus, how often to use three-way while using Roots and Shoots at the same time, aka 30 days to TOO all year round, or am I overdoing it?
No, you can definitely apply Roots and Shoots every single month of the year. That's fine. Three-way, you can. It works a little bit differently to Roots and Shoots, but what I like to do is on like day 1, be Roots and Shoots. Then day 14-ish, I do three-way if that's how you want to do it. And then 2 weeks after that one, onto Roots.
Like day 28, maybe?
Yeah, so it's 4 weeks from your first Roots and Shoots application, and then the next one's 4 weeks from your three-way. And then in amongst all that, you're still using your granular fertilizer as your your stable and everything, and then roots and shoots and 3-way more of a top up. That's what I do. I actually we had a barbecue here this morning, and that was something I spoke to one of our one of Water Pro's customers about. So
you can say our.
Yeah, our customer. Yeah. Well, he's a supporter of Lawnhub as well. So absolutely. During winter though, if the lawn is still green and it's not dormant, you will still see some positive effects of using something like 3-way. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely.
Dylan and I are still working while doing the podcast. So you just have to bear with me as I'm like asking,
That's fine. I do want to, that guy on TikTok that said he filled out the online form.
Let me read it, please.
That's right.
Because this is me on TikTok. I filled out the info on your website. No one has called or messaged.
Okay. They come to my email address. So if you did it today or last night, I haven't got to it yet. I'll get to them this afternoon. If it was past that, I
lies.
I do answer them all, so I'm not sure if it's gone. I'd have to check.
He's one of these random losers that actually goes to inbox 0 every 3 days.
Yeah, I like to clear them out.
I've never done it.
It's good for my it's good for you guys because it's hoping that I can help you guys as much as possibly can. And Riley's taken on a bit more responsibility now, so he might also get those emails, which will help massively.
Sorry, okay, I'll just remember where I'm at and I'll ask you the next question. We've got one here from Nathan Skaysbrook, founding member of the Lawnhub fan page. Okay, gents, what's the best way to plan drainage in an established lawn? This is probably a Clint question, isn't it?
Yeah, that was actually in the fan page, the question.
I try to spend some time in there. I won't be there all the time. So obviously drainage is something that would be more ideal to install when you're doing a new lawn rather than doing an established lawn. But what I would be taking into account would be any natural slopes of the lawn that may already exist, and then the dimensions of the lawn. So if it's a square, it might be less of a concern which way you run the pipes versus if it was a long rectangle. We recently did some work out at Hallett Cove Soccer, what's it called? Southern Soccer at Hallett Cove, which is 3 traditional football pitches or soccer pitches if you live in Australia, that had drainage put at the short end. So I guess the goal end of one end, and the oval or the pitch sloped 1% down to the other end, and they just ran ag pipe from one end to the other. And what they found is it was too far for the water to go, and it was also getting quite puddly at the end. So the recommendation there was to put almost like a fish bone spine structure in the center of the oval and have a large central collection manifold with lots of ag pipe coming in on, say, 30 or 45 degree angles, so that it would fall into them, it would slope into the spine and then go to the end. You could also do it that it comes across the oval and then gets caught on the side of the oval and goes down. So ultimately for a back lawn, any drainage is better than no drainage, and whatever you do is probably going to make it better. I would probably look to put some ag pipe every 1 to 2 meters and just have it running to one side, getting it caught with a manifold, which might be 90 mil stormwater pipe, and then running it into a drain. And that's really it. Then obviously if you're going to use ag pipe, make sure it's got a sock or some way of filtering the water from actually washing soil or silt into the ag pipe, because obviously that'll stop it from working. And then have somewhere to send it, and then obviously just get your slopes correct and you should be all good. I'm going to get cancelled for saying slopes, aren't I?
Herringbone.
Herringbone. Fish bone.
Close.
Well, a herring's a fish. Mm-hmm. Fuck off.
No, I was just saying that you were
I was looking for it.
You were looking for it. I didn't want to cut you off.
I'm trying to read Dylan's email. Let me find you another question. Here, you can answer this one. Christopher Madden from Facebook. Would you start selling meat NSFW in bigger quantities like your Trojan?
Currently, we've only got the label for the 500 ml bottle. So obviously there are larger containers out there of the same active from different brands, which I'm happy to sell to probably people here
like him, he's known to us, right?
People here in Adelaide at the moment. It still gets a bit messy trying to send that sort of stuff into state. I know a lot of companies do it, but we obviously like to stick to what we know works, sort of thing. But yeah, definitely hit me up on an email. I can send you a price, adam@lawnhub.com.au. We can definitely look at that. Yeah, obviously for someone that's their job, it's a bit different. You know, buying, say you needed 10 litres, you wouldn't want to buy 20 NSFWs in that sense, but 500 mil for a majority of our customers is going to last a few seasons, if not more. So, yes. Do you want me to do these questions now? Yeah. Do you want to put that picture up first?
All right. I'll go over here and run the business,
Yeah.
and you run the podcast.
So, looking at that, so this person's asked, let me
That's a drill bit.
well, I'm hoping I'm not going down a dark path here, but like at first I was like, that's a drill bit. But
Funnel web spider.
But it looks very. If it's not a drill bit, where I don't know who's written that. Sorry. Oh, there we go. It's Jason. Jason
Momoa.
Jason Kremer Designs.
Gillespie.
Fun fact: my first B grade game for Northern Districts was against Jason Gillespie at Adelaide Cricket Club.
I rate him as a coach. I've never been coached by him, but he appears to be a good coach.
He hit me for 4 to bring up his 100, but I took a wicket first ball that day. Anyway, can they see that on the screen? So me turning around means nothing? All right. Oh, okay. Well,
Have I got any new noises? Izzy, you're responsible for my soundboard moving forward because these guys have given me nothing new.
so if it's not a drill bit and you're not taking the P155, that's very, it looks very much like mole crickets because of the hole. So best way to test for that would be to fill up a bucket with some warm dish soap water, pour it over in sections of the lawn, just see what comes up. Mole crickets, they're the ugliest creatures on this planet. So you'll know when you see them, you'll go, oh yeah, wow, that
Like
is
worse than Ozzy Osbourne.
worse than Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah. So Bearded Burns, so Bearded Sith having a very busy couple of weeks. We'll be back on the podcast soon. So no Bearded Kiras. Aiden Boss, 23. Want to make a putting green? What mower should I buy? And or could I put a better reel on my Scott Bonner 33? Like for what you're probably trying to do, Scott Bonner 33 is probably fine. The only thing that I found when I got a new bed knife for my Rover 45, which is Scott Bonner 45, because it was new, it was a lot thicker, so I couldn't cut it short. So and I'm not 100% familiar with the 33s, but if there's a way to modify that bottom blade to make it thinner but still be able to cut it, that would be what I'd be more inclined to look at rather than the reel. If you've got a 6 or 8 blade reel, ideally an 8, 10 or a 12, 6 at that height will still do the job. You just need to like really, really feed it with the revs to try and get it to spin as quickly as possible, as many revolutions as possible. But yeah, if you, and again, I'm not 100% familiar with the 33s, but if you can get some modification on that bottom blade that makes it thinner, but it still makes it workable, by all means. Otherwise, if money wasn't an option, obviously you could look down the Toro Greensmaster. I know there's a lot of them on Facebook at the moment. If you're on the, there's a page on Facebook where this guy sells them. He's had the Jacobsons, the Toros, and the John Deeres in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So they're second hand, but they're a lot cheaper than buying first, brand new. So depends on how big the budget is. But I think 100%, I got what I wanted out of my front yard with a 45. So it's just the 33 I'm not 100% familiar with, but definitely probably to be able to do it. Damo Mansfield, happy birthday, Clint. Assuming that means a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he said happy birthday during that podcast. But anyway, I'll leave that one for when Clint's not busy. Vithy, if you lads ever hold an 18-hole golf day, hit me up. I'll tip it in with you lads. Vithy, no worries. It's probably, the more quality staff members that we have come on, it will make us free up more time to be able to follow through with the things that we said we're going to do.
If it helps, I'm helping Dylan write a letter of offer for a fourth media staff member. Why am I stuttering? Fuck, imagine that came
Nervous.
into like a late onset stutter. Just 42. I'm just like,
Pat Mac, gents, is there a product I can use to get rid of ryegrass in my kite? Yes, Duke herbicide.
you share it with the other mate.
Yeah, you can.
That'll upset someone.
That will upset some people having aneurysms now. And then the last one from Vithi. I know Clint's not ready, but
I'm going. Let's go.
he said, if you go to the bakery, what is your choice of pastry?
My underwater button's not working.
That was dyslexic.
What
as
the fuck? What happened to my bubbles? This is me. I'm underwater, you know? Fucking hell. Who are you's gone? OK's gone. Oh, there you go. That works. It's crickets for you. You can't hear, but it's crickets. Fucking hell.
That's what the soundboard's
soundboard.
given. Fucking crickets.
Can
What?
you bless me
Why
with
are you moving
something
it?
money-wise?
Anyway, fix that, please. Continue your employment. Actually, once we might have some spare graphic designers. All right.
If you go to the bakery, what is your go-to pastry of choice?
Which bakery? Like a bakery?
Like a
Not
proper,
like a Vietnamese bakery?
Nah, like a country.
Like a dogger bakery?
Like a country bakery that.
I'm a bit of a steak and mushroom pie man.
Yep.
Yep. I do like chicken pies.
Yep.
So usually what I'll do is go in there and grab Celeste and Ned Kelly.
Yep.
I'll get probably a steak and mushroom or a chicken, depending on what's available. I'll have a chili pie as well. Like if they have like, fuck you, we're going to kill you with this kind of chili pie, I'll go one of them. Like where the top of it's red.
Yep.
And then I usually grab a couple of sausage rolls for the kids. I don't know. I'm pretty diverse. I'll have pasties as well if they're good.
Dessert? What would you get for dessert?
The continental vanilla slice every day of the week. Chocolate donuts if that's all that there is. And I won't go with a normal vanilla slice, but the continental ones that like give you diabetes, the ones where you just eat them and then you just like, I need some Ozempic stat. Yeah, and then go to sleep. But if it's a Vietnamese, so Jazz Bakery at Valley View was one of my first ever Vietnamese pork rolls. You go there, get that, and their chocolate donuts are wicked as well. It's hard. It's either 2 Vietnamese pork rolls or a Vietnamese pork roll and a donut.
Yeah.
And a sarsaparilla.
Yeah.
The Beerenbergs. Love that shit.
Okay.
We should have a sarsaparilla now.
What about Canotto? You a Canotto fan?
Canotto. I don't really like it. No. I'm like definitely aniseed. Don't like licorice.
Yeah.
Do like sarsaparilla. What was the other one that tastes like that? That throws people sometimes. Zambuca. Like the black Zambuca I'm good with. I like those kind of flavors. Aniseed, like fennel seeds and, you know, like pork and fennel sausage. Like that throws people a bit. I had some of my Wog Concreter mate's sausage the other night. The one he makes. Just calm down. I don't think you're allowed to say that, are you? My Italian descendant Concreter mate. And yeah, his sausage this year was fucking
good. And
they're doing sauce soon. I'm going to be like...
You're going to be full spec.
Full spec, a little bit. On concrete. In the shed. So I think I just have to bring the hose. We can hose the concrete afterwards. We're all good. We've got an irrigation guy now, Dad. He can bring the hose. There was other questions coming through that looked really unnecessarily not unrelated to what we're doing. Where were they? The whole conversation going in here. What was the last thing? Hey, boys, benefits. No, we're not doing that one. Nathan Scasebrook. Hey, I'm sure Adam said something similar regarding my Trojan bulk request and got retail low. Lol. Well, I guess Skazer. It depends on, like, some people's definition of bulk is different to other definitions of bulk. So I didn't listen to the answer that you said. Oh, maybe you said just email me and I'll sort you out. He probably emailed you and you didn't email him back.
No,
But if you want to buy bulk NSFW, we could sell you a box of 16 bottles and we'll give you a discount. Or you could wait till Black Friday and get 25% off store-wide at lawnhub.com.au. Does not include agency products. Why don't we just put the agency products up and then give them 25% off? Then it is legitimately store-wide.
then you open yourself up to the ACCC.
Ooh.
Because that's what Harris Scarfs did.
We've never crossed them. I don't want to play crossing.
Not with the
Okay.
ACCC, no. Other people, yeah.
Menina just said, who even goes to inbox 0? He does.
Menina, I have a question if you're still watching.
There was a recent comment, so I reckon she might be.
The aphids are just, I'm sorry, they're out of control. How can I get
Tyrum.
rid of? Yeah, I know. I'm not using it.
I'm going to do my hedge with Tyrum. I've got those psyllids.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to fuck that hedge up.
Yeah. So, like,
Sorry, Menina.
Menina, it's actually really bad. I've got it millions. There's so many of them. Like, is there something I can do that's more ethically happy to suit the bees? Because what I've got in the shed is not ethically suitable.
Bifenthrin right with beef?
No.
Why am I? Well, I've got a lisp.
No, bifenthrin is very toxic to
I
bees.
feel like it's an early onset stroke. It's from fluoride. Fluoride in the water
and your toothpaste.
brings on Alzheimer's.
And your toothpaste.
There you go. You can use that clip. That'll really fuck some people up.
Yeah, great. I can't wait to look at those comments.
Revhead07 on YouTube is the Easter egg Simon Rice. You know what's funny? Simon, Mr. Rice, where he works currently is behind our new warehouse.
Oh,
so he can't hide from us anymore.
No, he can't.
We're going to go to him.
We'll go in the forklift and pick him up.
Pick him up. Grab some tires. There was a question about the new warehouse. I just want to make sure I cover off the questions that are intelligent. We're also 11 minutes away from giving away a $500 lawnhub.com.au voucher. So if you are interested in winning that, you still have a chance to go buy something at lawnhub.com.au. Can be a voucher, can be an air freshener.
I had a actually question during the week. So because we drew the last prize for the Waybang last month, the orders from then after are included in this month's giveaway. That's right.
As soon as the Waybang number ended,
yes,
the mower, the Husqvarna 415X starts.
Yes.
And if that's 3 o'clock on the 30th, that's when it starts. It doesn't click over till the 1st.
No, that's
the same situation is going to happen at the end of this month. We're not giving away what are we giving away?
Swordman.
Sorry, we're not.
Next month, but this month's
Is it we in October? Yeah. So next month we won't give away the Swordman till December 3.
Yes.
It's a 4-week rolling thing loosely with, I guess, some creative licensing because I'm in charge.
Well, and we're the ones giving it away, so we can do it.
But I can guarantee you, and I promise, and I'm open for this to be audited, and if I'm wrong, I will fucking cover it. But you'll never miss. So as of when we started the competitions in August or September? August? Did we do anything in August? I think September was.
August, because that's
so
when
from when it started, it's a rolling giveaway, and you will never miss out if you accidentally buy at the end of one or at the start of the other. So, you guys need to find the Dylan Easter egg. What's a good Kikuyu to put down so I can set and forget? What's a good Kikuyu? There's only one Kikuyu. Well, there might be two, but there's only one.
They're different trade names, but essentially they're all very similar. Very, very similar. Like there's fine leaf, there's normal leaf, there's fucking all of them. But they're all similar in terms of growth habits.
Craig Colvin on IG. I have a lot of bindi. What product of yours would you recommend in Kikuyu?
NSFW.
My bottom on YouTube. I'm assuming that Bearded Sith has changed his name again. Hello all. What's a good water plan following a decent reno? Coring tonight, baby. Cheers. Santa Ana SA. Fuck, you had some good rain last night if you're coring tonight.
Probably don't need to water for a couple of days, to be honest with you, but
I still would.
You could,
because I'm a psycho.
Like for me, I did my reno 13 days ago, and I was watering just in the morning. I was giving it about 8 mil every morning, just to and then it was only for 2 or 3 days, and then the sand started to disappear, so I sort of just then we had that period of hot weather, so I'll stress it out a little bit, and then I watered it again. Then we've had all the rain, but look, you could water in the morning for depending on your sprinkler setup or your control over the watering and stuff like that. But water, like obviously a good drink we've had in SA, it's a bit hard at the moment because of all the rain we've had in the last couple of days. But normally, I'd be watering nearly every morning for the interim until we start to see some good growth and some good recovery.
What's your go-to for a bakery?
Steak and mushroom.
You're the same.
Yeah, I fucking love a steak and mushroom.
Have you ever made pies at home yourself?
No.
We went through a phase. I don't know if I had a pie maker. I have to ask the missus. I'm pretty sure we had a pie maker. You know, the ones that you just get the pastry.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'd make the pastry, and then I'd boil down a wicked like chuck steak and everything, barbecue sauce and all the herbs, and just make a fuckload of those pies. We should get a pie maker.
Well,
Emma, can you put that on the list?
Yeah, I was going to say, she organised that.
I don't know if Emma's talking to me at the moment. She's a little bit upset.
Yeah. And then 100% vanilla slice. Like the unhealthiest one, the better. I love vanilla slice.
Hang on. I think Dylan's having an aneurysm. Check further down in the email to your original text. I edited your original text. Yes. Do you want me to copy it? It's not how email works, dude. I fucking forwarded you your email and changed it and hit send.
You got to click the 3 dots.
You fucking idiots. And I was going to use the R word, and because we have company and he's only new and he might leave and I don't want him to because he seems really good, I'm just going to call you a fucking idiot. So what I'm going to do to help you is I'm copying it from the sent email. I'm going to paste it into a new email and send it to you again. It doesn't have a subject. You going to be all right with that? Oh, fuck. Now I fucking said that. Oh,
I can see barely.
Mission complete. All right. All of this is so we can hire more media staff so we can make more clips of me talking about how the government seed our clouds to control your brains.
Yeah, I got a number.
It's not how email works, dude.
Click to get that.
This is it, right? This is what I sent him. Fuck. If you're tuning in and looking for some entertainment, just hold on 2 minutes. This is the email, right? So that's sent. So all he's seeing is this. So there. Click the 3 dots. Give me your phone.
It hasn't done that.
Okay. We'll talk about this afterwards during our performance review. Can you have a look if the second email I sent you, the one without the subject, has the text that you're looking for? Okay. Let's carry on with the show. Would Izzy like to have a shot at doing your job?
If you're a high-end level admin assistant or a high-end personal assistant, what would have happened
An executive assistant, if you may.
the text would have been in red where the changes were.
Ah.
Because I think maybe what's happening is he's reading maybe one line.
He's not actually. He's like, but that's what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Dylan took the hint. Izzy's in the seat.
Oh, no.
There you go.
Dylan's gone on holiday.
I think Dylan might have gone on a long-term holiday. Like he's not coming back. What am I doing? Kira, well, that's the first time I've said that in the podcast. Usually I get to it's 2:56. All right, Kira, stay on us. You got the numbers up your sleeve, even though you're not wearing long sleeves? You just need the second number. We'll deal with that later. All right, we'll ask a couple more questions and then we'll do the draw. Is it safe to drink Roundup? Josh, you are a textbook TikTok user, and this is not financial advice, but it's probably safe for you to drink Roundup, but I would suggest that anyone else watching does not. That's probably a little bit aggressive. We just lost another TikTok follower. Gareth Percy on YouTube. Lads, used the weed and feed treatment about 5 to 6 weeks back, and now I have some clover coming through. Would it be ideal to start the treatment again?
Yes. Yep. 6 weeks is advised on the label for hard to kill weeds or weeds that pop up again or that were already there and just sort of, weed maturity. But yeah, definitely 6 weeks.
Well, it looks like we're growing on TikTok. Bob on TikTok needed to call it Lawnhub. LORN.
Boring.
We own the domain if you spell it incorrectly after listening to an ad on Triple M. That's good. Thanks, Bob. Venjum on YouTube. Funny watering my neighbour's verge. Water pools versus mine that uses BBW. Well, I would love you to please take video of that so that we can use it as an ad. We will give you free stuff if the content is usable. Daniel Pittman, boys, I heard the turf is going down at Lyndoch Oval over the next couple of weeks. You heard correctly, and I fucking laughed my ass off when I saw them laying rollout Tiff Tuff. So Tiff Tuff is the lawn that's been specified at Lyndoch Oval, and it is not currently available as a maxi roll. So when Lawn Nation, who's the contractor that's doing that, posted on their Instagram, I just sent them a fucking, I don't know if it was an emoji with smiley faces and tears and piss, and just said, what are you doing? And they said, no, we can't. They don't, Tiff Tuff doesn't get cut in maxi rolls anywhere. So they're rolling out an entire oval
by hand
with Tiff. And look, we've had a decent amount of involvement with that job. WaterPro is the irrigation designer. Well, WaterPro was handed the irrigation design reins when the designer that was designing it went AWOL. So we've taken over outside of the oval. So we've done all the surrounds and we're just doing some spec work on the pump set and the suction lines and all that. Actually met with Barossa Council yesterday, and I think they're pretty happy with where it's at time-wise. And James is getting the water he needs. And to be honest, like, I don't know. I don't know who would do it better. No. Like, they fucking do a good job. And if you're in the area and you go see it, you'll see what I mean.
Yeah. So if you want to go look at it, I went there on Sunday. Obviously, the top of the...
Don't mention our names.
No.
Just go look from the edge.
the front where all the gates are, you can't see in.
No, you go to the road behind where the train track runs.
So you go to, and I'll give you the tip.
We'll drop a pin for you, mate.
Yeah.
You're going to give someone another tip.
Yeah.
You're wasting all your tips.
No, that's okay. I'll still find them.
Is it too early for a ginger beer?
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
Jesus Christ.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. You can't hear it, so I have to do it. I'm not going to do the under the water one because I feel like it's inappropriate.
If you are in South Australia and you want to go look at Lindock Oval...
Oh, you're still doing that?
Yeah, go to Bevel Aqua. Bevel Aqua.
Bevel Aqua?
Yeah.
He tried to read it in French and it's just English.
Bevel Aqua Terrace, or go to Porter Street and then go to the end of the street.
Go to Porter Street. It's actually spelled Peter, but he says Porter.
No. Oh, I see what you did there. Yes.
That's funny as shit, bro.
But yes, you can get a very good vantage point. I went there on Sunday on the way home from the river.
But and in addition, if you want a private tour, I can hook you one up for $1,000. I'll get James from Lawn Nation to walk you out onto the hallowed grounds of Lindock Oval to the cricket pitch.
Do you know if the cricket pitch is Santa Ana?
I think it must be because it went down first.
Yeah.
So that went down because if you ever look at it, when you could see it was different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Santa Ana's the goat.
I can't comment. I'll get in trouble. Anyway, it's 3 o'clock, so let's give away some cash.
Okay.
Cash money.
He sounds a little bit like Tom Segura. Can you answer this one's next? He's on TikTok. Hey boys, I have Cooch invading my Sir Walter Buffalo. Any way to get rid of it? Jack's suggestion: hand pick it and hand pick it and round up.
Yeah.
Round up will kill the buff though. Ha ha, you don't spray the buffalo, you spray the cooch. Hand pick it if it's cooch. How do you spray cooch and not buffalo? Almost impossible. You use the Lawnhub shaft, which doesn't exist, but it's effectively you want to paint a glyphosate mix onto the product, to the lawn that you want to kill. It sucks, but honestly, it's either that or hand pull it, which is what's been suggested. And it depends how bad it is, but there is no selective for killing cooch in Sir Walter.
No.
Confirmed.
There's selectives of killing cooch in Bent, but not in Sir Walter.
Kizalenko 84177 sister Kira and I made a team yesterday called Sierra. We played golf at X Golf Windsor Gardens, and Kira started out pretty rough, and I guess by the end of it was like just not as rough.
Sunk a great putt.
Sunk a putt.
So did Dylan.
Yep. Dylan did very well. Dylan and Jaron, in my mind, were the two best performing non-golfers.
Yeah, Jaron was very good.
Yeah. I've registered your name as my suggested player of the night with Brandon. I did that before the podcast. So I'm hoping I didn't miss anyone. I wasn't across the whole room, but I think you did very well. And I know that makes you uncomfortable getting compliments from me, but there you go.
Compliment?
So, yeah, not financial advice. It is 84177. So Kira has it up on the board. You'll see the numbers are starting to get closer together. We're not selling as much shit as we should, but we're working on it. So 82818 to 84177. Kira will hit the button in a second, and whoever's number comes up, Jonesy will look them up. We're hoping their name doesn't start with J. It's not a problem if it is, but we're starting to get a little bit of a concern from our audience that we're not.
The last two haven't been J's.
Tom.
Yeah,
Jerry. It'll be Jerry.
Tom and
Jerry. Nick. Nicholas. Chris. Steve. Anyway, so if you win this, you'll still be in the draw to get the Husqvarna 415X or $3,000 cash. Was that what we're doing? That's what we're doing. $3,000 cash, I think. Anyway, Kira, generate 82915. So not long after last week's podcast.
82915.
Talk to me, Jonesy.
It is Damien from Fairlight, New South Wales. It's his first order.
Well, there you go, Damien. You spend the money and you make the money, and it's New South fucking Wales from now on, all right?
New South fucking Wales. You're right. That was an error from me.
Are you a pothead fucker?
I've never heard that one. Congratulations, Damien.
Damien. Yeah, great. The most important word in his world, and you fucked it up.
I don't know where I got Daniel from. Oh, Daniel was on the bottom of the screen. Hey, Brendan.
All right, so we've given that away.
You got that, Kira? All written down?
So
Beautiful.
Jonesy or someone intelligent will email you.
I will.
So Jonesy will email you, and we'll send you a $500 gift card to use at lawnhub.com.au. And then you are still in the draw to win the battery mower, robot mower, or some cash. And that's it. So congratulations. Tell your friends, because I don't think anyone actually knows we're doing it. I don't have my eye drops. I have itchy eyes. It's a hay fever thing. I would prefer the ginger beer. Is there... Why not both? Poca de dos. I don't know. Fuck! I haven't brought Isaac red wine again today. We got to sort that out. You imagine I know this is not a direct equation, but you imagine you're like one of those World Vision sponsored children, and you're like looking forward to your $30. You've written the letter and everything. So you've written the letter saying, "Dear Mrs. Smith, today we learnt at school about maths. Your $30 is helping me stay vaccinated and get educated, and I look forward to growing into being a strong adult." And then fucking Mrs. Smith, 2 weeks in a row, no cash. So now you die. You get bitten by a fucking mosquito and you die. That's how I feel about how I'm letting Isaac down. I'm sponsoring his alcohol consumption and I'm forgetting it. So I'm sorry, Isaac. I'm thinking Isaac's going home today with a half a bottle of Beam. Yeah. Just promote some migrant DV. All right. Let's go. I think do several 100. Thanks, fucking Skaze is getting ready for this. You know why? He goes, I suggest doing several $100 or $200 gift cards. Can you, if you do a 500, do you have to spend it all at once? Is that the problem? No, so it doesn't matter, Skaze. No. You know what? He's doing that because he's like, this person could go buy lots of $10 vouchers.
I can't buy a voucher.
Can't buy a voucher with a voucher? There you go. I've got 196s in there, right? I'd like one of them, please.
The non-alcoholic version.
Well, get me a red. Can you get me a red from behind you? Why? Because TikTok's pumping.
Dude, actually, today, it's got 6 right now.
6 more than last week.
Oh, no. Yeah, can you pass him a red cup, please? There's ones that... If there's more than one, find the coldest because one of them is not as fresh as the other one. PJ on YouTube, can a buffalo lawn repair itself if poisoned by glyphosate? Maybe. Glyphosate is obviously designed to kill shit and kill it well.
What's the ad say? Something plant roots and all or something? Anyway.
Wombats eat roots and leaves?
No. It's not what I had in mind. But it will. It just take time is all.
It might come back.
Yeah, well, as long as it wasn't the entire lawn. If it was just sections,
yeah,
it would just take time.
Yeah, hope that helps. Manjarang on YouTube, peach impediment much, Clint. Yeah, I'm having a rough day, all right? It's probably because I haven't had alcohol since 11 o'clock last night.
When you were being a plumber.
Yeah, I was doing some roof plumbing. Shout out to Matt from Plumberfire. If I can do it, anyone can do it. I don't know how you have any fucking problems hiring people if I can do it. Terrence on TikTok. Do you know Dylan? I went to film school with him. I think he's the social media manager for you guys. Yes, we do. He was here. He's left. So, yes, Terrence, Dylan is now the longest serving media staff member that we currently have and may have been the longest. Oh, how long was Duffy here? I think has Dylan caught him yet?
Well, he was here before me.
Decaded 2 years. He's doing all right. So,
Well, he didn't go on holidays and not come back. So.
but Terrence, if you're still there on TikTok, if you've got any goss about, we call him Noodles. I don't know if you called him Noodles when he was at film school because of his hair. But if you've got any goss on Dylan, we would love to know it. Currently, all we know is he likes perms and electric cars and making adult films with men in Bali. That's it. So if you've got anything else, we'd love to hear from you. Adam Roy Schmidt on YouTube. G'day, lads. Best vert for Tiff Tough. You guys got me worried about the thatch. Do you want to know what it's going to be called? Lawnhub Semi.
Okay. Lawnhub Semi.
Do you have a better name?
No, I thought we had a better one. That I'm pretty sure in the
It was half mast. It's too long.
I thought there was something else that I was
Like
like
low N.
Nah, not. I was gonna say something, but I didn't think of it. It wasn't that.
One of your friends from film school just shouted you out. They said, Terrence. Terrence said, do you know Dylan? I went to film school with him. I think he's the social media manager for you guys.
What's up, Terrence?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, man. How you been? Good?
Yep. He said he remembers you fondly. And he still wants you to share that story about that night when he did that thing. If you can share that, please.
TikTok couldn't handle it, so we can't.
That would be
TikTok
cool.
couldn't handle it.
TikTok wasn't here.
V.
Sorry. Any of our fertilizers are fine with Tiff Tough. We just
Adam's a lawnist, right? Which is where he judges other people's lawns that don't look like his without really getting to know their cultural background or the foods that they like or the things that really matter, like the lawn's personality, not their religious beliefs. So he has a problem with that stuff.
No, I don't technically have a problem. It's just I just hate being told something by someone and they're telling me I'm wrong when my experiences are different from them, and then they turn around and say, well, you don't have a piece of paper, so you can't have an opinion.
Well, I spoke to 2 people with pieces of paper this morning and they said you don't need one.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm thinking we do a change.org petition. And if we can get, how many? 1,000 signatures from people with turf qualifications, that you get one.
it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, but I think it's good content.
It's great content.
Like, do a change.org petition. Let's not worry about, like, cancer. Let's get Jonesy his fucking certificate.
But
Actually, I want one too.
yeah. Well, you're pretty good.
I reckon I could buy one.
You got very good
From
when
one
I
of
was
those.
away.
What's that?
You did very well when I was away.
Yeah. Have I forgotten anything? I don't think so.
I was still answering the Tiff Tough question, but
That's tough.
you can use any of our fertilizers. Obviously, use it within moderation. The trouble is that people
What does Ervo use? He doesn't use Money Shot. He buys someone else's product.
He
doesn't
buys someone
What was
else's
that bottle that you had out there before? Is that for him?
no, that's Tree Killer. That's for Angel's Mother.
I like
Block.
that bottle.
Yeah, it's
That looks like a good bottle.
it's got a very secure lid on it.
Yeah,
too,
it looks
'cause-
like a kind of lid that my kids wouldn't be able to open.
So I'm not
or
gonna
Dylan.
I'm not gonna say what it is, but
Yeah.
on the on the
He's laughing. Yeah. So can we please get more of that?
yes.
Don't be shy to be audible as well. I want the audience to hear that I was funny.
When I was reading the label, because it's a product that I've never used before, it's a product I've only read about, and I'm not going to say what it is.
Read the full study.
There is. You
Sorry,
ready for
I'll
this?
listen. You talk.
There is a application advice with diesel.
To mix it with diesel.
Mix it with diesel.
I reckon that's probably because you just bought coloured water and the diesel's actually what kills the plant.
Well, no. So the active in this is very fucking good at what it does.
How long does it last?
I didn't get that far. I just got to diesel.
We could use it for debt collection.
Oh, it could, yeah. But mix
Sorry.
it. You can mix it with diesel, and
heard that.
that's advised in
Yeah.
some states of Australia.
Diesel power. Can we listen to that? We can't, can we? Hang on. So if it's on Spotify or YouTube already, because they monetize it, I'm like, why can't we just listen to it as well? I understand. Don't answer that question.
But anyway, back to the Tiff Tough. So the trouble as to why Tiff Tough can be known as Thatch Tough in some areas of Australia is because what happens is Tiff Tough responds very well to fertilizer applications. So whether it's liquid or granular, what happens is majority of people go, oh,
if one is good, two is better.
Fuck, that looks good.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it again. But unfortunately, it's a combining,
It's not like drugs.
That's right. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. So you got to use everything within moderation, and especially N for Tiff Tough. So Trojan's fine, Premature's fine, Got Laid's fine. They're all fine. It's just used in moderation. That's all.
Do you know what a burst fade is?
A burst fade.
Yeah.
It sounds like a golf shot that you hit out there and it's just bursted out to the right, but you call it a burst fade.
Noodles? No one? Yeah. So I went to the bar the other day
Yep.
and there was no one there. So I was like, this is probably a good opportunity for me to step outside my comfort zone. And I was like, hey, my kids reckon I should get a burst fade. And he laughed harder than Izzy did before at my classic joke. And he's like, nah, man. And I'm like, what is it?
Yeah, what is
It's
it?
basically, he's like, well, it's a fade with a semi-mullet kind of going on there. I guess it's almost like a V-neck backwards.
Okay.
And I was like, meh. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. He's like, I'll just cut your hair.
Well, that's good of him. I commend that.
So now I have to go find another barber. So just fucking cut my hair and take the money. Here we go. Viv Smith on YouTube. Am I better off mixing liquid products based on water used during a calibration sprayer, or if I measure the area to be 21 square meters, for example, and mix 10 mils of NSFW with 1 liter of water, or just keep making passes until the sprayer is empty? Calibrate your sprayer.
Calibrate your sprayer. Yeah.
So go for 21 square meters. I'm going to say a liter is probably not far from it. Fill up the container with what you think's the right amount of water. Spray water only across the area. Get it calibrated. Understand what it does. Then reverse engineer the calculation required to do 100 or 50 square meters down. So 10 mil for 21 squares is correct. I don't know. I think you've answered your own question. Am I better off mixing liquid products based on water used during a sprayer calibration?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to do it that way.
Yeah.
If you do it the other way, you just got risk of walking through the chemical. And I know you're probably going to get it on your feet anyway, but you're just going to be walking through. And if you do something like, I don't know, money shot, and you do that, then you've got a risk of stepping that money shot onto concrete and then having rusty footprints. And it's just calibrate your sprayer, get it right. And then obviously, if you haven't passed well, then you might want to go repass. But just remember not to double pass. Certificate, please. There's another button.
Yeah.
Can you bless me with something, money-wise?
Jaden Russo on YouTube said that's Ripper. Thanks for the in-depth answer.
Oh, no.
I'm wearing leather boots and a fucking Hawaiian shirt.
With a starter.
What?
I don't know.
Is this
and
like
at least.
Hawaii 5-0 disability edition or some shit? What the fuck is going on? Book 'em, Dano. I don't know. Anyway, I think we need to. What I was gonna do is cut the sleeves off that today and wear it.
Yeah.
And the pants and just
But
wear
run
it
out of
and just
time.
turn it into a V-neck vest.
Oh, yeah.
Because I thought it was gonna be 30 plus today, but it's 20.
It's still humid, though.
Is it true that? Well, we've done that one. Come on, Kira. What are you doing, Carl Cliff? We've answered that. Asked that question. Whatever. We also that one that edited that's Eminem and coins on TikTok. We've answered that one. Kira, no Sith tuned in this week or last. Nate on YouTube, still no bearded Sith. Hopefully he's okay. I think he messaged us and said he was on a plane.
Well, he said he's just been busy at the moment and he should be back next week.
We might need to do the podcast at a different time for him. So how soon, this is from Clifford on YouTube, how soon can you use PGR on a newly seeded rye? I'm mowing 3 days a week currently to keep it at 20 mil, or due to it being a cool season grass, should I just leave it with no PGR and to help cope with the heat?
It's a good question, that. So you can still regulate.
Thanks for the question,
Yeah,
Clifford.
you can still regulate during summer. For example, I dare say that Adelaide Oval would still be regulated throughout summer, obviously because
I can ask. You want to send him a message?
Yeah, we'll see how you go. Yeah, because
Yeah, why not?
I think during the
he's on holidays.
I think during football season it's kept at 27 mil for footy, and then 11 mil for cricket. I think that's what he said. To be able to keep lawn such a short height consistently, you'd have to regulate it. But as long as you can make sure that you can keep the watering up to the rye during the summertime, I'd say go for it, like 100%. Because, and I'm not sure if it says this on the label, but there was a Trinexapac study that I read that talked about plant being actually like healthier on plant growth regulator because it used all of its, nutrients much more efficiently, including water. So they believe that by using PGR regularly, reduce mowing by a certain, not mowing, because it obviously does reduce mowing, but reduce the need to water by a certain percent.
I'm going to mow my lawn when I get home today.
I'm excited.
I was very angry about my lawn 2 weeks ago. I think I even did a content that said I'm never mowing my lawn again. I'm fucking over it. But I reckon my fescue has grown 20 to 25 mil in 3 days.
Regulated fescue would be mint.
Yeah. Well, that Kuyonga, which is where I don't know if I can finish that sentence. They have a fescue blend.
Yeah, I heard it's really good.
And they said they mow it to 4 mil, I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
well, whoever was saying that Bamboogle.
Can I start lowering one?
Fucking go for
I
it.
think I'd be 12 or 15. I don't know. Just drop
You
it.
just need to keep the food up to it.
But I have got some fresh seed that hasn't got there yet.
No seedies yet that popped
They're
up.
popping.
Yeah, they're
They're
popping.
looking like... I'm not going to finish that sentence. You can finish that sentence in your head.
I did, trust me.
If you're tuning in, just comment what you think I was about to say.
Yeah.
Stick it in the comments. It wasn't me. It was you. Once it's all kind of grown in, and even all those kind of patch, had those like turning patches.
Yeah.
They're all good now. So
Yeah, as long as you can keep the water up to it and feed it.
it gets watered pretty aggressively.
with
The
a
one thing
whiz.
I think with my front, I'm just going to go liquids and I'm just going to fertilize it every week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you've got the time.
I don't, but Izzy does.
Izzy's going to learn how to calibrate the sprayer and
Izzy's going to do a reno at his house.
yeah.
And now
yeah.
Jaren's all fucking like up and about. He's like,
I-
we could do my lawn. Like, fuck off, dude. You've had 5 years to do your
I was
lawn.
going to say, I remember when I first started, Jaren was all in on the lawn. I think the renos and that had only just started. And now, like 4 years later or 3 years later, it's like, man.
He's a very attention to detail human, so he can only have 1 or 2 side projects going on at once because he's all in on it. Whereas I've got 40 and I just do none of them.
40 just for Fridays.
It's like I'm going to mow both my lawns. Lucky I've got a mower for the front and a mower for the back at
Yeah.
different heights. My back lawn went nuts. That rain
Yeah.
If you had a measurement of green, whatever the number is, it doubled yesterday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, looking forward to Dylan actually coming and potentially filming some content one day, but whatever.
Then the comments might turn to, oh, he does look like a decent bloody lawn person.
Is this laptop one of those ones that you can get wet? I might need some tissues. Ah! Who's laughing now? Porno jokers. All right. Mike Metcalf on YouTube. Do thunderstorms help with lawn growth, or is it just an old wives' tale?
Well, that was the tip that I put in the
Lawnhub Legends?
Lawnhub Legends. Was,
Skaysbrook's going to really appreciate you remembering that name. He did change it, to be fair.
yeah. So I put money shot
Pittman
down,
did.
and then we had the thunder and lightning storms, and the theory is that the nitrogen because rain or thunderstorms and rain, they produce nitrogen, and that's why rainwater is better than tap water.
No fluoride.
And the activity in the air helps, with all the stuff that's going on with plants and all that sort of stuff. So I don't think I don't really believe in coincidences. Things happen for a
Maybe
reason.
if you did a turf qualification, you'd be
Yeah.
able to answer this without stuttering, and it might just be in there.
Maybe, but I don't believe in coincidences, and I think things happen for a reason. And I can guarantee, like Clint said, his lawn doubled overnight. I'd say my lawn green tripled overnight after the money shot. And
here we go. Now it's a
it's
competition.
fucking popping, man.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it probably rained more in Gawler.
when I mow tomorrow after golf, there will be stripes, and I'm fucking all for it.
Kira reckons she could knock us up our turf qualifications before the end of the podcast if we want one.
Like the one you did on Canva, like the ad one, like just like
My graphic design
yeah,
ad.
yeah, like that one. Like
Did
that.
you see that? Izzy?
No,
You just applied through Seek? You just saw the ad on Seek?
yeah, I did.
Yeah. You didn't see how I shared it on LinkedIn. I'll share it with you later.
Or that bench warmers like I'm 13 ID, that like something like that, unqualified.
Did you see Jaren's Clint ID that he was walking around yesterday
Nah.
with? Jaren's got my driver's license laminated.
Oh, that's Reedy's old thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
He's like, look, I'm Clint.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck. Mr. Mumbles on YouTube. Hey, at Kira, I need more pictures of the lads for memes. Okay. Can you send them some green screen pictures of us, potentially? Kira's actually got me doing some green screen stuff that I've got to get around to at some point. But
Dylan's got some stuff from my bathroom, if you're interested in that.
You're open to that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't mind.
But you're in those photos.
In the mirror, you can see.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked up people selling mirrors photos?
Or scales. Scales.
Or
on
Goatsy?
goats.
That's fucking got some people. He didn't smile, so he doesn't know what I'm talking about. All right, carry on. We've talked about Tiff Tough being fertilised at half rate. Do that.
Yeah, you can do that as well.
Johnny P on IG. I bought the liquid weed and feed pack. When should I add the Trojan? Hang on. You don't have Trojan.
As in, when should you add it into the schedule?
I'm thinking that Johnny P has done the liquid weed and feed pack so that they would have sprayed Trojan and NSFW and three-way yesterday. How long until then you could apply Trojan?
Yeah, 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks, and then, like we were talking about before, with the next application of 3-way, and then the next application of Trojan. So,
Not Kieran Michael on Facebook. Not sure if this was answered at the start from my IG account, so they obviously sent through the question. Is there a time frame from Lawnhub's version of Spartan? Was looking at getting some for winter grass. Also, could there be in the future a calculator for the chemicals on the website where you enter your meters squared and select the chemical? Cheers, lads. If already answered, let me know and I'll listen to the start of the podcast when the pod drops. I like, excuse me, aeroplane jelly. I like the idea of doing the calculator. We just have to get someone to build that out for us.
Yeah, I mean,
as a Shopify plugin.
we've got like details on how to calculate it, but
Yeah,
100%.
that's a better idea.
A calculator, like a drop down, or even on each liquid landing page.
Lawnhub Spartan. The answer is no. There is no time frame. So I wouldn't wait. Sorry, I would suggest you go buy Spartan from us on the Black Friday sale. Might be the last time we're allowed to sell it. Get your 25% off and watch faces melt. But yeah, I would buy that. I think the chemical that is Spartan, it feels somewhat protected or regulated as much as it's not. Well, on paper it's not, but you know, there's things that you see that might contradict what's really happening or what people say is going to happen. Jonesy's tried to get it. I think you've tried to do it.
I've got the dispersible granules, but that's not what we're after. We don't want we want the final liquid.
So I'm going to have a crack at it next. But what will happen is we'll have to go through the AVPMA registration process, which could cost us, some people say $250,000, but I think we get lied to by people because they don't want us in the industry.
I think it just depends which route we go in is all. I like, and there is a web, and I'm not going to share this actual website because it's a fun website that I like to play on, but
tube8.com.
There's a website that you can, it's public information, but you can really like get through it and go, all right, who's making what's next up.
Yeah.
And
that's all the lawn fertilizer goofs do that.
There's a company that's been able to register. Oh my god.
Kira's just showing me some mirror photos.
There is a company that has been able to get access to the active in Spartan and Barricade.
We've got the relationships. I just don't have the time. And I know that's a fucked thing to say, but between running WaterPro, running Lawnhub, launching a new warehouse, trying to build out a company-wide training platform for WaterPro, kids' sports on weekends, somewhat of a functioning relationship with friends and my wife. I just don't know when I'm going to. Oh, and I happen to be the president of a not-for-profit landscape association, which has taken a lot of time for the last couple of weeks. So I just.
But I do think right now it's probably the easiest it's ever been to get it. Yeah. But then I've also, when I've inquired, there's been pushback. So it just, I don't. like Clint said, it's probably I don't think it's a case of the governing body trying to keep us out.
No. It's the people that are making money from it.
Yeah.
The governing body, especially in Australia, are very unlikely to be swayed.
Yeah, they're making their money. So
No, well, that's their job. Like they do their job. But I mean, if we were in other countries, I'd be like, I'm sure there'd be an amount of money we could pay someone to make it happen faster. That's not this country.
So yeah, and I think like Clint said, we've got the relationships now. We've got the proper relationships that we're able to do things that we want, and it's just a case of But like Clint said, might be the last time we'll be able to sell it for.
Clint O on YouTube, what discount you're having on the Black Friday sale? So, Clint, if you've been on the trolley for any number of years, you will know that 25% off is the standard discount that we have for Black Friday. I'm thinking we'll be offering 25% store-wide from Friday at some point, except for the agency products. And then it's funny, I asked the agency people whether or not I could sell the packs that have agency products at the discount, and I still don't have an actual answer. But
the full load pack will be on discount.
That's right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think we'll probably do an email earlier with 26% off, and I think we'll do a text even earlier with 27% off, I'm thinking. So if you're subscribed to our text platform, you'll get 2% better than everyone else. If you're subscribed to our emails, you'll get 1% better than everyone else, and then everyone else will get 25%.
But the text and email will only be valid for a certain time, and then it rolls.
The text will go out first.
Yeah.
The email will go out 4 hours later. Then the launch will start 4 hours later or something. And the idea behind that is to reward our text platform the most. They're the most valuable communication tool that we've got. And so we bluntly want people's phone numbers so we can send them marketing and they buy shit. So we're willing to pay for that with better discounts. The other thing to be aware of is as robust as our purchasing will be leading into that event, there will be shit that sells out. And so like we'll have solo 414s in the sale, but we might have 100 and they might sell in
3 minutes.
I was going to say 3 hours, but yeah, maybe 3 minutes.
Well,
it gets that number.
If the 20% sales anything to go by, we sold every single solo item in under 12 hours.
Yeah, there you go.
And that was 20%. That was 20%. We sold granted, I didn't really know that the sale was happening.
People don't believe that,
but we had before that sale, we had never in Lawnhub's history had that much solo stock in stock at once,
like 3 pallets or something,
and it was gone. It was
what
gone.
are we? So our solo orders are kind of like 20 or 30 grand a pop now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and that were 10 at the time.
10 to 12. Yeah. And to give you a scale, if I'd ordered 20 grand of solo when I first started, I would not be sitting here right now.
No.
It'd be like, it's just.
We'd have a spare orange jumpsuit.
It would be a fucking spare orange jumpsuit. But yeah, like, we're going to, like, I've already crunched the numbers. I've got them all in my laptop. We will have a substantial amount of stock here, but there's always.
We've forecasted for 300% growth this year on last year, and we're kind of running at that. So yeah, it'll sell in 9 minutes. We had a question come through before that I was interested to answer. Slightly dry wet wipe on TikTok. Holy moly, buying 2 Sony 7s for a startup podcast is crazy. I don't know how to take that.
First of all, how the fuck does TikTok?
But I feel like, I'm like, so what do you mean a startup podcast?
This is number 38. It's like David Gallagher, mate.
This is number 38. Tom Jones. Kicked 7 goals in an opening grand final win from the first quarter in the half. So for context,
they're not just for the podcast.
There's not just that, but they're not all. Sony also, Sony sponsors. No, those cameras don't just do this, but also those cameras were purchased probably before Lawnhub podcast existed. They were purchased for the WaterPro podcast, and WaterPro was the sugar daddy that used to buy handbags for Lawnhub. Now Lawnhub has realized that Lawnhub has a strong Instagram following and can funnel the attention over to OnlyFans and can fund their own cameras now. So, it's different, right? It's better. Yeah, right. Boss bitch, independent. Hashtag living my best life. Hashtag sign up now. My cup's empty. There was a question about the warehouse. Someone said, here we go. Rob Carter on YouTube. Can we hear more about the new warehouse? You want to talk about it? Give your perspective?
Mine.
Yeah.
So first of all, the location for a majority of the team is ideal. Some of them are going to have to travel a bit further. Majority of
I'm
them,
the only one that has to travel further. And Emma. No, she's on the fence.
and Johns.
Oh, and Sean. It's not that much further.
But what I'm saying is that was not the point of the move. The move was because Lawnhub was obviously at Cavan for a little bit, outgrew that, sort of had another warehouse lined up. Things happen. So we're back at Dry Creek. And unfortunately, the team, both Lawnhub and WaterPro, are working together as best as they possibly can. Unfortunately, it's just not practical to have the two businesses here anymore. So Lawnhub needed a different place. I was on holidays when Clint went out and he told me about this place and he's like, fuck, like I think it would be really good. We can move admin here, blah, blah, blah. It's just going to be really expensive, but, you know, it sort of has to happen. So I think in that frame of mind, it was very like, if we do this, we have to go all in. And then the space that's available, the machinery that's going to be in it, the racking, it's going to be a proper full production center. It's going to allow, obviously, Lawnhub to separate from WaterPro completely, in a sense, not only working together and having to share a building, but also financially. It's going to really put Lawnhub out by itself, which is scary for, you know, especially I've only been here 3 years, and I know when I first started, you know, if you say in 3 years' time it was going to be the location it's going out, I'd say I would like that to happen, but you know, it probably wasn't on anyone's mind at that point. But it's also going to be, and Clint, for those of you that follow Clint on Instagram, he did a
1,507 of you.
He did a video yesterday about policies and procedures. So this is going to be a full policies and procedures, safe operating procedures. It's really going to be everything against the grain in which you probably believed in 2 years ago.
I hate policies and procedures.
But now it's a necessity in order to improve, you know, not improve safety, but like efficiencies and things like that, making sure that we're all doing the same thing. Everyone knows how to pack an order. And it's really exciting for the team. I think I'm probably the most excited. Maybe Josie, she's obviously excited as well. But like for me to see, for where I was, where the packing started to where it's going to be at Direct in probably a month's time, all set up, I'm really excited for the team. I think it's going to be a place that not only, you know, we can enjoy, but the team's going to really enjoy. And it's just a big space that Lawnhub needs now. And yeah, really excited. And I think it's also going to highlight areas which we can improve on as well, which I'm always for. So, yeah, really, really excited.
From a practical, or from a tactile kind of standpoint, the stuff that he's talked about is all quite emotional and whatever. The warehouse is in Direct. It's a 3-year-old building. It's a 1,721 square meter property on a 5,000 square meter block with something like 50 car parks. There's about 4 large roller doors that we can use to bring stock in and stock out. So we'll be able to have one end where we manufacture using our granular and our liquid machines. That will then move into a central part of the warehouse where it gets, or central and on the side where it gets stored. And then we'll have another side where the orders get packed. We'll have the ability to have about 20 packing benches. I think at the peak here we were running 10 or 12. So we're just gearing up to be able to handle next year plus Black Friday and that kind of thing. We know we'll have the pallet wrapper down there. We'll have more forklifts. Then we've also got the offices. So all the building, like the building we're in now, we're in my office at the moment, which is also the boardroom and it's also the studio. So when we move there, we have our own boardroom. We have our own meeting rooms. We have a kitchen area with a table, like a kitchen table and space for all the staff to have lunch. There's an outdoor area for the staff to have lunch, which we're going to make nice so they can kind of sit outside and eat. There's, like I said, massive amount of car parking, so the staff can just park here. It's getting a bit chaotic. It's a large, it'll have good flow, so we'll be able to make things at one end and have it go out the other end. We're also moving all of our, I guess, C-suite executives, if you want to call what he does that. But GM, ops manager, finance manager, media managers not welcome, but the other managers are going to be there. And and we'll operate there. We'll have a purpose-built podcast studio built in the building, hopefully. I'm just trying to get past a broken promise that I made to the two of the most important staff here after Jaron. And once we get over that hump, then it'll be good. So if we'll all be upstairs. We'll have the media room we can go into. The podcast will be permanently set up. We'll be able to just rip podcasts on demand, but we'll also be able to do product training videos, staff training videos, like anything that we need to do. And I think that's it. So it'll be a little, and also for the team here, we've got the current media team who are in a room with no windows are moving into a nicer area. We'll kind of zhuzh that up a bit, or fluff it if we were to use one of Dylan's industry terms. And then they'll have a nice area where they'll be able to work. Jaron's also going to be in that room. He hasn't seen the sunlight for 7 to 10 years. He's like John Q. No, who's the dude that flew the plane upside down? Anyway, so that's what's happening. And we filmed there today, so we had a meeting there today. So Dylan came down. So there'll be a bunch of content. I'm proud to show what we're doing there, so we'll be sharing it. And I guess if you follow along well, you'll be able to start your own fertilizer business. Kieran Michael on Facebook, how's the Lawn Bible progress?
Hang on. It's in a Word document, just needs to be extracted.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Can you send that Word document to me? Actually, we just hired a new media person. Maybe, if she accepts the job. She hasn't. Did you text her? Okay, cool. These young folk like their text messages. iMessages? Have she left you on red? Because you're working? She surely doesn't have a fucking Android. She's definitely an Apple user. She's a fucking graphic designer. What are you running? Apple. Yeah, fucking oath. That's right. Weirdos.
I was going to say, you hang shit on Apple.
I've got an Apple eye camera.
Yeah, I know you got an Apple eye camera.
Have you got that? My Apple eye camera. Do you have that? Okay, cool. No hablo español. The irrigation design chat is the water pro design chat's all in Spanish today.
I saw that.
Yep. So, and Caesar got all excited thinking that they were like learning to speak Spanish, and I just wrote they're using Google, and he's like, "Oh, I thought Isaac might have been helping them." No, man, they're using fucking Google, dude.
He asked us when he was in here what Isaac taught us, and I was like, adios, amigos.
Isaac taught me that migrant workers in a lot of cases work harder than Australian-born citizens. That's what Isaac taught me. Because when you come from a place where you see things through a different lens, in a lot of cases you appreciate what Australia has to offer, and you work hard to both show your appreciation and out of fear of losing it. That's what Isaac taught me.
And rather than these unions coming together and we having the...
Now we're going to have unions on our
Nah, fuck them, because like if someone works hard, they deserve to work, right?
And get rewarded for that.
Get rewarded for it. Like
with pizza parties.
Like in my
he laughed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In my previous role, if you're a casual position and you have had that job for 6 months, you have to really consider them giving permanent part-time, but they might not be good. They just might be filling a space. You know what I mean? Like Isaac and Adriano have worked their fucking ass off. The day they got here, literally got off the plane and walked to fucking Glenelg, and then they came here and started working hard.
With 4 suitcases.
Like, we should reward people who work hard, not just give someone a fucking, what is it?
Handout.
A handout because, you've been here for a length of time. That's, just, yeah.
There you go.
I don't know if I was cut from different cloth, but I think that's the fairest way to
do
do
it. That's what we've learned from Isaac.
Yes, that's what I was getting to. That's what we learned.
You know what else we've learned from Isaac? If you smile at the world smiles back. He's just one happy human being. He's just, you think about it, right?
Yeah. Well, he makes liquids all day and he's happy.
He's fucking happy because he's living in a country where there's no conflict. He's got a roof over his fucking head, and he's got people that care about him.
Yep. And a pretty cool job.
Yeah, and he gets to work at Lawnhub. Gets to call Jonesy his boss. You make him call you boss, don't you?
No, that's...
I make John call me boss.
Yeah.
You know John, have you met John from Cape Town?
I think he just calls everyone boss.
He does call everyone boss.
Hey, boss.
He's from New Zealand.
He's like...
Hey, boss.
He rang me yesterday. He goes, hey, man, I got someone in the shop. And he's like, oh,
That's an American accent, but he's Kiwi.
What lawn have you got? Hey, boss, what lawn you got? Loved it. I actually loved it. It was good.
We had a situation at Kent Town this week where we had an angry person come in and start abusing the staff. And so I think Ruby was there, Chris wasn't there, Steve wasn't there. So it was just John, Ruby, and Joel. And I guess Joel and Ruby are what you would call average size. And John is a New Zealander with Maori background and above average size human being. And so this dude was in the shop being a fuckhead. And John got involved. Didn't touch him, but John got involved. And I got a fucking message from him just apologising for... He's like, hey, boss, I'm really sorry. I probably was unprofessional. It won't happen again. I'm like, no, fuck that.
Yeah,
if you have someone come at your fucking team, you fucking get involved.
You fucking go back.
And I don't think that most companies wouldn't say that.
No, fuck no.
But yeah, no dicks allowed and fuck normal. Like, do not come at our people. So yeah, hopefully that's all settled now. But yeah, that was an interesting thing that happened this week. And just add that to the interesting shit that's happened this week.
Yeah, it's been
like me cleaning my gutters last night after smashing gin and tonics for fucking whatever.
God.
And technically drawing in a golf tournament, Sarah, we drew, didn't we? Yeah. Well, you're right. You look tired.
At the same
Have you had water?
hole and at the same hole, it was the same score.
It was tied, that's right.
Yes.
So fuck those guys.
Yeah.
There was something important I had to say here. We need a Lawnhub Legends pack. That's Skatesbrook. Would it be in a bucket by any chance? There was something. I'm trying to get through these questions. Okay, so it's 3:45. Let's get some questions sorted because people have shit to do. Isaac on Facebook. I'm here. Isaac.
As in he's here at Dry Creek?
He must be. He says I'm here. He's watching it. Maybe someone dropped him back. Isaac also doesn't have any way of getting around other than push bike or public transport. So,
or Adriana.
There's another thing we learned from Isaac. If something matters to you, you will make it happen.
100%. He rode to Costco, remember?
They used to live 2 hours from here
that's
in
right,
their transport method.
Oh, you know, I forgot that.
Fucking Australians. You're all fucking lazy. Tim, me on YouTube. Hello, gents and Kira. Sorry I'm late. Been mowing the lawn for the first time since the Renault 14 days ago. That's fine. You are welcome, even though you are late.
Sorry.
Isaac, if you are here and watching, I've got half a bottle of Jim Beam to send you home with today.
Yeah, he's here. He's here.
I don't think he's as much as a booze hound as I thought, because I tried to pump him with red wine last night because I knew he wasn't driving, and he was on a water by like glass 4.
They did have a lot of liquids to make today. So
do you reckon people think about shit like that? Because I never do. Like, don't do that on a school night.
But it's through the eyes of another lens.
Yeah, true, because he doesn't want to lose his job. Yeah, okay, cool. Whereas I can't.
If you it's just all right, you lose your job, then I've pretty much all
We're
of
all
us. Yeah, we're all fucked.
Lawn Beers Australia on Facebook. What's today's drop you're sipping given the weather here in South Australia? It's a sugar-filled ginger beer. It's only 4% sugar. Mandarang on YouTube. Is there a way your followers can invest in Lawnhub now, or do you have future plans? That's a fucking telling sign of people's opinion of the business, eh? That's fucking nuts.
I remember, one day there's going to be a documentary about everything Lawnhub, and in the.
Do you think I'll finally become famous, Dylan? I won't be in the documentary. It'll be like the Chicago Bulls, but Michael Jordan's not in it.
Maybe that's stroke.
I think. I think we would be able. I think if we made it, say in 5 years' time, whatever, I think by then we'd have a lot of people interested. Anyway, in my interview that was very unconventional, Clint did talk about that sort of stuff, and that really got him going. And that was the first time I'd ever heard of that sort of shit. And I went home and did some research. So what I was going to say is that question's really got him excited.
The reason it excites me is because. There's a couple of sayings. They're like, first they, and I'm going to butcher this, but like first they like doubt you, then they criticize you, then they ask you how you did it and how they can be involved, right? And I'm not saying Mandarang's that person, but last night me and Marty talked about floating Lawnhub on the stock exchange, and the like Lawnhub's almost at a size now where it's on parity with companies that do exist on the Australian Stock Exchange, and there's a sauce company called Bunsters, and they make Shit the Bed, which is a sauce that would be in this room somewhere, but I'd have to find it, and it's probably fucking behind me somewhere. But
there's heaps in the kitchen.
Yeah, I bought $2,000 worth of shares in that without even knowing much about it. So that's through a company called Birchal or Cake Investing, where you can kind of like you not donate money, but you effectively invest money. I don't see dividends. I don't know how many. I probably Dion would know, but I just bought it, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "It's shit the bed. It's funny."
Yeah.
I think the challenge. There's a couple of pieces here. One, we don't need external investment to grow because the business is strong. So it's not necessary. Two, if this company gets floated on the stock exchange, I have a lot of governance and corporate requirements that I would need to do, which I'm unlikely to do or unlikely to want to do. And three, I don't really want to dilute my equity. So it would depend. Maybe it's not off the cards, and there could be a potential that as we launch into the USA that we float the Australian part of it or the total. I don't know. It's not off the cards, but it's not something I'm thinking about in the next 36 months. Walrus Guts on TikTok. Is that
Matt?
That's Matt.
Yeah, it's 100% Matt.
Well, hey, Walrus, shout out to you, mate. What products do you recommend? My yard is covered in clover. Well, if you would like to encourage the clover, I would say a Trojan product, or if you want to kill the clover, then NSFW. Cool? You happy with that?
Yeah.
It's a Turf Life on TikTok. G'day, gentlemen. Hi.
Mr. Cricket Bat.
What?
Mr. Cricket Bat. It restores cricket bats as well.
Oh, you had a cricket bat in your hand today?
I did. The
That looked a bit-
Kaboom.
That was a bit interesting. It's a fucking thick
It was
bat.
a grade 1 Grey Nichols Kaboom. It was fucking worth a bit of money.
Really? It was just sitting on the floor.
Yeah, I had a note on it.
Yeah.
I moved the note.
If you're watching Adrian, we didn't touch it.
No, I put it straight back where I found it with the note. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what did it say on there? Dear Adrian, thanks for the support, Don.
Yeah, it's, along those lines, yeah, something.
Only Australians, and Indians will get that one. Sonia Cox, thinking it's a real name, on YouTube. How deep should I lay my pipes for sprinklers? 150 mil if you can, but 100 mil if you can. If you can't,
As deep as you possibly can with the sprinkler head that you've chosen.
yeah. So
Well, the
obviously,
sprinkler body, sorry.
and so with sprinklers, a sprinkler might be 120 mil from the top to where the fitting screws in. So 150 with the fitting. You can have the pipe go up a little bit and then kind of go along and then come back down at the next sprinkler, but you're probably better off trenching it in properly. After I said that, I realised that probably is Sonia's name, and I apologise. We've had some
Jokers today.
interesting ones through on TikTok, which makes it, a lot even worse, and I'm really sorry. But it's me, and I can't change who I am. Oliver Laird on TikTok, weather looks rough. Yeah, it's just a bit windy and a bit grey. We've had some good weather this week, but I guess I'd rather it be like that with a bit of warmth than like that with a bit of cold.
Yeah, I had to put a bloody hat on during the week.
Revhead 07 on YouTube. You need a lawn porn section tab on your website with everyone's lawn pictures. I agree. Add that to the list. Mitchell on TikTok. Is there any way to spray cooch out of garden beds? Glyphosate. Just be careful not to get it on your garden beds. Shallow Sow on YouTube. We have Tiff Tuff on a par 3 at work and it looks shit over winter and still looks shit. It's probably because it's Tiff Tuff.
Yeah, and it's cooch in winter.
It's probably thatched up. Give it a reno.
Yeah.
I mean, and the fact that it's a par 3 at work, like, do you work at a golf course or did someone just fucking build a par 3 where you work? The Fox on TikTok, lads, got your lawn builder pack delivery, was a little slow, just mowed. Would you put it down? Yes. Mm-hmm. So get the Trojan and the wetting agent out straight away, water it in. The delivery being slow.
Yeah. I mean, if you ordered it during the sale, that was, lawn builder pack should have been in stock.
We packed them, got them out pretty quick.
Yeah.
There was a period of about 3 or 4 days where things took about 3 or 4 days to go out. But
if like say you ordered it Monday, that it would have left Monday, for example. If it took 5 days to get there, like, I mean, I have this conversation each week with some people, and some people don't get it. Like, in a perfect world, we deliver every single parcel across Australia, but unfortunately, we have to rely on third parties at this point in the business. So, would love to be able to have things delivered the next day, but yeah, sorry.
There's so many fucking questions. We've got about 8 minutes left if we finish on time, which I think we should. Cam Bissett on YouTube, not a lawn question, but need a new edger line trimmer. Want to go electric. What multi-tool Want a multi-tool? Any brand suggestions?
Well, we got the Milwaukee here that they sent us, and that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That punch. Oh my God, done a Clint. That pack's a good punch.
I would recommend getting whatever one they're going to send me.
But
Send me some tools.
Dad's got Makita.
Our
set.
Makita battery stuff was all right. I think we had that for Max. Have we still got that here, or did I sell it or give it away?
Duffy bought it off.
Duffy bought it. That was all right.
Yeah, that was all right.
Steel, I would imagine, would be pretty good.
Still stuff's solid.
Whatever you do, fuck line trimmers, get rotary scissors. Right? I'm shit you not, man. I use my rotary scissors on my lawns for edging. I hedged and edged my
You did?
dichondra.
Yeah, loved it too.
It's like a fucking Brazilian, mate. It's fucking nah.
It is good.
He's not laughing. He doesn't know what that is either. We're going to get him in. We're going to bring him in. So, yeah, we don't have a solid recommendation, but if someone wants to send us some free shit, we will recommend that. We are that shallow.
Sorry, Kira just sent me a question. MC53 on YouTube. Where do you play golf, Jonesy? At the Sandy Creek Golf Club in the Barossa Valley.
And at X Golf Windsor Gardens, where we fucking tore it up. If I don't mind. 7 under through 12?
Through 9. And then we went par.
Yeah. So, we're pretty good. We also, look, full disclosure, we had it set to like child, but it was cool.
It was still cool.
I hit some fucking shots.
Fucking that practice shot you hit, I thought we're on here.
Yeah, the first drive. My first drive's always pretty good. But I hit a couple of iron shots onto the green that went, I mean, ignoring what the computer's like sensitivity was, they balls went straight.
Yeah, that would like your connection was
What did I hit? 140 meter sand wedge or something?
It was just
or 58 I went 140 meters.
Stupid, yeah.
Like, and just went. All right, that's enough about me. Jonesy plays at Sandy Creek, but he might start playing at Teacher Gully a bit more. He might be a member at 2 golf courses. He's doing that well. Jaden Russo. That's not Johnny Russ. That's Jaden. Yep, cool. Recently renovated my Santa Ana in Adelaide scalp scarified cord top dress that applied Trojan and BBW.
Fuck yeah. That's like, that gets me going.
Music to your balls.
Yeah.
Should I stick to the schedule of the Lawn Builder pack and apply roots and shoots on day 7? Yes.
You can.
Sorry.
The only
I'll
thing
let Jonesy answer.
in the book that is all in a Word document, there is a time frame that I'd suggest applying roots after a reno. It's when you start to see green shoots come back.
You could foliar it. You could drench it.
Yeah,
but
you could drench it.
To be honest, you could foliar it and then
You
drench
could
it.
drench it, foliar it. I mean, you probably could drink it if you wanted to. I wouldn't advise drinking.
I think the seaweed part of it would be fine. I don't think the nitrogen would be.
But it's like a really good source of nitrogen. Like it's a pure nitrogen. It's not.
We,
It's not
we
a
do
dirty
not recommend.
No, don't drink
you
it.
drink
Absolutely
any products
fucking
unless
not.
you're a TikTok user and you're curious about drinking glyphosate. Which was you're right. You're starting to look tired there.
I'm just a viewer today.
I gotta get this on. I gotta get this on photo just so people know what's going on.
Is Clint a boomer because his flash is on? Or
Oh, that was because I was filming last night while I was cleaning my gutters.
that's right. Being a plumber. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy. I woke up this morning and watched that. And I was like, "Fucking hell!" Like, this does not surprise me.
Yep. Got home. My daughter was asleep on my side of the bed because she's not good with thunder, and so Celeste's like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "Fucking, I'm sleeping on the lounge." Like, which is. I think it's luxury. I like it. Like I don't have to talk to anyone. Fucking don't have to sleep with anyone. I've got my own little spot. And so I'm like watching, I guess, the NCIS Los Angeles's and the kind of CSI, not CSIs. What is it? NCIS and NCIS LA. The one with LL Cool J and Chris O'Donnell. I love that show. And they've got a fucking Dodge Challenger.
They do.
That's his car.
Yeah.
So... so I was like, this is like camping. I had a fucking a Banks head in the clouds or whatever it's called, oat cream, just sat on the lounge and then went out and cleaned the gutters. No shoes, no shirt, on a ladder, lightning fucking striking everywhere. I'm holding a wet piece of metal, holding a phone in one hand, just cleaning shit out. Like, if you clean your gutters and don't document it, did you really clean your gutters?
That's right, yeah.
So that's why my flash is on. And fuck both of you. Lachlan Elphick on YouTube. Last 2 weeks, my lawn looks so lush and green. Thanks for all the advice and products. That's directed at you, mate.
Love
Actually, probably Riley, to be honest.
Riley, yeah, depending where he got his information.
We should get Riley on the pod.
You reckon he would do it? He'd be nervous, sorry.
He'd do it.
Yeah.
He
also does BBW when I tell him to, so, you know.
he will do fucking
anything.
anything. He's actually the exception to the migrant rule. He's a 22-year-old, I guess, as Australian as it gets.
Yeah.
He just bought some fucking steel cap Nike ripoffs off Temu. Like,
do you rate him? I
those
saw
fucking
him.
shoes. I'll put him on Lawnhub's. Oh, if he's still here, he might be gone. But I'll get him to take a photo of him and I'll put him on Lawnhub's story. These are fucking. But yeah, you ask him to do something and he just fucking does it. You ask him to work and he just fucking works. You ask him to get to work on time, which is, one of our minimum requirements, and he fucking gets to work on time.
And he catches the train.
Yeah.
So he
works for us 7 days a week.
Yeah, he's
like
great.
no one else is doing that. Well, except you and me and Matt. That's it.
Yeah.
No one in this room. I reckon Izzy will.
Yeah.
He's going to come for your job, I reckon. I can see it.
Wait till he comes to work with noodles.
Big noodles. It's like a family pack of Mamie noodles.
I'm going to Costco after work. So
I don't know if you
I'll
heard me
get
talking
some.
to Dylan this morning. I was like, it's funny, like when you buy a red car, you see red cars everywhere.
Yeah.
And now that we have a noodles, like last night, there's noodles on TV.
There was.
There's a noodles playing golf. I'm like, there's noodles senior. There was grey noodles. There was blonde noodles.
Oh, fuck, there was.
Like that's Dylan at retirement. And Dylan's like, I don't think my hair will still be like this. Maybe you're an influencer.
Maybe.
They've watched your movies. All right. There's a lot of other questions, but I don't know if we're going to get through them. It's 2 minutes to this one. Shadow Sour, back with the GDD calculator. Can you explain how to calculate?
Yeah, so I did miss a part on that, which I thought about afterwards when I was thinking about a product called Amigo. My brain's fucking weird, but the number
You fit in here.
Yeah, the number that you want to use. So it'll ask you for a number. Just put in the number 200. That's a pretty safe number to use when you're starting off, and then you can, so 200 is the degree days. So I can't remember exactly, but it's like the high and the low, and it's averaged out. So if it's 20 degrees during the day and it's 10 during night, this is just a quick, I think, is how it works. So it's 30 halved is 15. So then your 200 now goes to 185. And then when it drains down, that's when you get the alert. So it works it all out for you. All you need to do is put your suburb in and the number 200. Some put 210, some put 230, some put 220. I advise 200 just to start with, because like I said before, you don't want it to come out of regulation. You're still well within your time frame if you're a little bit late to reapply. But yeah, that's how it does it all for you, is what I'm trying to say. Is just use the number 200, 210, 220, and you'll be fine. And then the calculator does it all by it. You set up a free account, and then you get alerts to your email, and then you just got to follow that. And
I'm holding a can of
he's talking about it.
Of our beer. I'm not going to show you, but I've just posted a video of what the label looks like in the Lawnhub Legends chat and Dylan. Lawnhub Legends and Dylan, which is a private group on Facebook that's been created by Nathan Skaysbrook and Daniel Pittman, from what I understand. It's a fan club for Jonesy and Dylan, I think. I thought you guys might think it's funny. So I've posted a photo of the beer can on there. No, you can't buy it. No, you can't have it. But it is very Lawnhub, so I thought you might like to see it. So head over to Lawnhub Legends on Facebook if you want, and I think anyone can join. And you just have to follow some guidelines that were copied from another page by the looks of it. There's nothing else here. Hey boys, benefits of spraying seaweed solution on the roots for foliar instead of spray. Benefits of seaweed solution like roots and shoots on foliar over soil drench. Why is it better?
It's taken up quicker via the leaf.
Yep. And obviously if the temperature's lower, it's only taken up by the leaf.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah. But you can 100% drench it.
Yep.
Like I like to drench it with wet if you are going to drench it.
Fuck, there's so many more questions. Carl Cliff on IG, will the new warehouse have a shop? No. We don't want people coming there. I think it'll be a case that we have maybe, we might do like some guest podcasty things there, and we might get some of the guys that have been part of the pod for a bit to come. But yeah.
The idea is that so we can shut it down and go out for lunch.
The idea is I want to be able to shut it down and take them to Queensland.
Yeah.
And take 2 days off and like celebrate a fucking year and go, we're all going here or we're all going there. So I love the idea of that. The whole idea behind having an online business is not having to deal with that shit. So not that we don't love everyone.
Products still be available via the resellers. So
Carl Cliff, also you could look at hiring a qualified trainer / assessor to help build out your training. Also look at platforms like Moodle and Catapult. often have already standing materials. That's really good advice. I was actually looking at School and Kajabi yesterday, and I think they're like $99 and $149 a month for unlimited users. So I kind of like that, but that's good information. Jimmy Cress, hey fellas, been putting off this for a while as I have no idea what I'm doing. That's my whole life. I've got Trojan and an NSFW that I want to put down. Would you core first, then Trojan, then NSFW 10 days later? Do I need to core and aerate at all? It's very likely, regardless of how good your lawn is, that you would need to core and aerate. If you've got weed problems, I would potentially spray the NSFW first, get them dying, then do the core aerate Trojan.
I mean,
but it depends what's going on, right? Because if you're mowing it that low, if you're going to do a reno, you've got no weeds. You've cut all their fucking heads off. So
I'd just stick. To be honest, I'd just stick with a calendar. Keep it simple. Yep. Trojan, 10 days, 11 days later,
so
NSFW.
Core, low mow, Trojan, water, 10 days later, NSFW if required.
Yeah.
Bermuda Cooch with a little rhyme mixed in suggestions on which pack to rejuvenate for the warmer months. Adam on YouTube.
Lawn Builder pack, dry college pack. If you're looking to spray the rye out, you can use Duke or Monument.
I love this. VJ on YouTube. We should have a Lawnhub Movember pack. I love that it's we. It's so good. The best community. Again, just time. Like, we could do a bucket with a moustache on it and work with Movember, provided they're happy to work with us. They probably won't be. Maybe next year. Anyway, I think we should probably wind it up. So, Dylan, if you want to show Izzy what buttons to press, just be careful, Izzy. Dylan, when I say show him how to press your buttons, he sometimes goes the wrong way. I'll start mine. You start yours.
I'm an innocent bystander. They saying I drove a getaway.
See you later, Lawn Hubbers.
See ya.
Keep
Enjoy.
it green. Thanks for being part of this. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's wicked. Thank you.